Welcome back to News Across Nigeria. The governor of Adamawa State, Mohammed Jabrila, has promised to restore peace to that area after the recent violence that occurred there. But before we continue with more details of that story, we'd like to remind you that all our top stories can be found on our website, channelstv.com, and on youtube.com/channelsweb. Do visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS, and Windows phones from their respective stores. We'd also like to urge you to please interact with the Eyewitness feature in the Channels TV app on the Android, iOS, and Windows platforms. If you have pictures or videos you'd like to share with us, tap the app on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu, and follow the instructions. And now to Adamawa State, where following the attack on 5 villages there that claimed lives and properties, the state governor, Mohammed Jabrila, has asked, or rather promised, to restore peace to the affected areas. The governor also enjoined residents to embrace peace and live as brothers and sisters.
A couple of them there. In fact, tomorrow, probably I myself, I'll have to visit these IDPs. And the government has already started making some plans on to see how we are going to solve most of these problems. And the Commissioner of Information will expatiate much of what we have been said and done.
He has directed the Security Council to meet and take far-reaching decisions that will ensure that we have peace in the land. The traditional rulers have told us exactly where they believe the problems are. With their kind of wisdom and leadership capacity, we're sure we're going to take charge of, take care of the situation. The call we have for the people of this state is that we must always remember that we are we're like brothers. If you look at the traditional rulers from all the domains, they work together like brothers. We are expecting that our people too should learn to live the way our fathers are living, like brothers. Our people should understand that passions and emotions do not help in circumstances like this. Our people should understand that what peace cannot give them, the breach of peace will destroy even the ones they already have.
The Adamawa State Governor, Mohammed Jabrila, and a senior official speaking on the aftermath of that security challenge there. And speaking of security challenges, in spite of that happening in Borno State, the state is confident in the health sector that polio has been kicked out. Borno, ranked amongst the 11 high-risk states in northern Nigeria, recorded its last case of polio in the year 2013. Officials attribute the success to constant immunization programs across the state. Over the years, young Nigerians crippled by polio have found themselves dealing with the negligence of their parents. The common practice in Maiduguri, like most northern states, is for polio survivors who are usually from poor homes to hit the streets every other day begging for alms. Faced with the sad reality of a bleak future, the polio survivors now engage in peer education and advocacy promoting immunization.
It started like fever when I was 2 years old and there was no cure. The hospital said I had polio. People should get vaccinated. It will help eradicate polio. We have learned some trades and handcrafts, and we appreciate if the government would provide us with workshops. We don't feel happy begging on the streets. Community leaders have also been actively engaged in the campaign for their subjects to embrace polio immunization. They understand the danger of not immunizing kids, and now all suspicion and ill will towards the vaccine has diminished.
Our
people were worried before now that if common malaria is not treated free in hospitals, why would polio vaccination be free? They found it suspicious, but when we understood that there is a cure for malaria, unlike polio, we encouraged them to embrace polio vaccination.
The executive director of the State Primary Healthcare Development Agency says the conversion of internally displaced persons in the state capital has offered an opportunity for health workers to reach out to more kids.
The last case of polio we had in Borno is in December 2013. And that case we found is in one of those security challenge LGS that we cannot access to do immunization. But since after that, we have not had a case of polio. So in Borno State, even though we are not able to reach all the LGS because of the security challenges, we take every window of opportunity to immunize children wherever they are, either in the IDP camps, in the host community, and all those places.
The Rotary Club has been on the forefront of the anti-polio campaign. Officials are proud of Borno State's achievements.
We are hoping that 2016 we can put a final transmission everywhere in the world, even in the other two countries that are remaining of Pakistan and Afghanistan. And when we are through with polio eradication, we can face other health challenges that we have in this part of the world in particular.
The periodic house-to-house vaccination was kicked off last Saturday, but the vaccination and campaign has by no means ended, with the children themselves cooperative and excited to be polio-free. While the massing together gave an opportunity in Borno State for sufferers, or rather for polio to be vaccinated, for people to be vaccinated from polio in that state, Yobe State government has appealed to the federal government to hasten the return of the internally displaced persons spread across major towns and villages of the state back to their homes. The state deputy governor, Abubakar Aliyu, who chairs the relocation committee for the IDPs, made the appeal shortly after visiting displaced persons camps in suburbs of Damaturu, the state capital.
It's an all too familiar situation at the internally displaced people's camp. A visit by the government, relief materials, and promise of better welfare. Today, it's the turn of the Deputy Governor of Yobe State, Abubakar Aliyu, to visit the camps in Kukareta and Kasaisa. He comes with a bag of promises, relief materials, portable water, among other things.
We came earlier. We're here again to see you. By the grace of God, we'll ensure you return to your homes.
Then an assurance that government is doing all it can to ensure they return to their homes.
Let me seize this opportunity to appeal to our federal government to hasten the return of these people to their villages. We have, like I said, we are the ones on ground and we have assessed all the problems. We have been to these villages. We have assessed the level of destructions.
Gratitude is what the IDPs feel, but what they truly yearn for is a quick return back home.
You're watching news across Nigeria. Coming up, the Cross River State government plans to boost rice production in the state. Please stay with us.